saloon owned by the Gray family.
Todo esto los
We
quería
also
aquí,
have a
imagino.
general store, gunsmith, post office, train station, of course. Oh, good, they're back.
Bueno, eso, que te jodan. Ya ha salido el grupo. Ay, luego vuelvo. No me deja irme ahora. Porque ya ahora sí. Ahora ya no me siento escuchado.
Okay, we're gonna stop just ahead on the right, outside the sheriff's office. Can you grab Anders off your horse and carry him in for me?
Sí, claro, ya lo hago yo todo. Tú eres el ayudante y el que cobra. Yo, si quieres, pues yo qué sé, te hago una paja también.
Mr. Gray! We got him. Very good.
I told you Arthur would deliver. Man has a passion for justice.
That's wonderful.
So, about my friend here?
Your idiot friend is free to go. But no more trouble from you, partner.
I promise you, this was all just a big misunderstanding. However, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I'll pretend to appreciate that. Mr. McIntosh, it has been a real pleasure. The mostly good citizens of Rhodes, we welcome you.
Well, we're just honored to be here.
And make your friend behave. We got enough trouble from some of the residents, old-timers who've gone, sadly, to seed and lost their dignity.
How terrible. Come along now.
Terrible,
I will keep this fellow on the straight and narrow.
Come back and see us sometime soon. Excuse me, gentlemen. Bo, these better be ugly rumors. Is it true you were seen talking to that wretched Penelope Braithwaite?
I can't thank you enough. Where have you been? Around. And where are you staying? I'm renting a caravan. The edge of town behind the church. It's horrible, but no one comes looking. The whole town is trapped in this interminable feud between the two families. His lot, Gray's, and Braithwaite's. Interesting. Two old plantation houses, and falling out of the rebel gold, and marrying cousins or not marrying. Arthur, that's Jose, you start poking around. See what you can find out about that. I have missed you, boys. I've heard about bounty. There's been a price on my head for 13 years. It'll take a month to find us down here, and it seems like we can have a little sport. Well, they're good bounties. Where do you hear this? Some fellas I met at a camp near the state line said there was talk of it in bars in the north and west for 500 miles. There was talk of super.
A la mierda, Armando. Lento para y no ha sido posible.
I'd love to meet one. It's just talk. I'm sure it is, but I couldn't not tell you. Stay out of trouble. Thank you, gentlemen.
You're welcome. ¿Y yo qué? ¿Voy con ellos o no? Sí. Dutch.
So these two plantation families. Arthur, you start sniffing around the Gray's place, see what the story is there.
Yeah, I passed by it earlier with our friend, Archibald.
Good. Hosea, you see what you can find out about these Braithwaites. All right.
Ok. No, hombre.
There's still time. I'm up for it.
How about you, Arthur? Or have you had enough of the chase for one day?
Vamos a pescando. Nos vendrá bien relajarnos un poco y comer.
Why don't you lead us to that spot you were talking about? Kinda like this place.
Okay. Let's see if we can avoid any more excitement.
Chatterbox son of a bitch kept pestering me while I drank, so I knocked his teeth out.
No surprise there.
Míralos, qué majo, los tres caballos a la vez teniendo juntitos. Lo pequeño es el Dutch, creo. Pero gracias al caballo ese de mierda. Un caballo tocho, un super caballo. En San Denis tendrán buenos caballos. San Denis está como por aquí tiene que estar en plan.
So how far is this creek?
It's a bit of a ride still, and it's not a creek. It's the same lake we camped on, just a different part. It'll be worth it. I saw some big drum and sturgeon there. Should be rock bass, bluegills, perch, pickerel too. It's a good spot.
We'll see if you're as good at catching fish as you are at catching criminals, Arthur.
Trelawney owes me for that.
Trelawney owes everyone for something, but his information is good.
Plus, we are now ingratiated with the local law. I'd say it was a worthwhile diversion all around.
Trelawney's like a bad penny.
I'm not sure how good a magician he is, but he's certainly good at disappearing when he feels like it.
Where does he go?
Everywhere and nowhere, it seems. We wouldn't have got Sean back if he hadn't been weaseling around down that way, though.
Hey, Dutch, remember that time you found him in the outhouse?
Oh, yeah. We hadn't seen him in weeks. We stopped in some dead-end town in the middle of nowhere. Don't even remember the name.
You and Bill were off doing something, Arthur.
So, we pick up some supplies. I go to relieve myself. Open the door, and there's Trelawney, sitting there, newspaper in hand. Mr. Vanderlyn. I say, what the hell are you doing here? And he said, I could ask you the same thing. Now, if you wouldn't mind giving me a little privacy, I ate a rotten oyster.
Hey, maybe there are actually 100 Trelawneys.
What a terrible thought. This is the spot. Down to the left there.
Oh.
Ha! Easy. I saw some boats around last time. Be good to get to deeper water. Yes, over there on the shore. Yep. I'm sure nobody would mind if we borrowed one of these. Come on. All right. This looks like a fine vessel.
Okay. Come on, Arthur. Let's get her in the water.
Oh. I got a good feeling about fishing here. It's supposed to be some incredible sturgeon. Oh.
Okay, here we go. Let me row. You boys are too old for real labor no more.
You're too dumb for anything else.
You're still too quick for me, old man.
Enjoy picking on children. Now take us to the deeper water and pray for good luck and stupid fish.
But what about stupid luck and good fish?
That'll do, too. Keep going. I think here's good.
All right. Good luck, gentlemen.
Should really come here at dawn or dusk. That's when you catch the best fish. We should use a lake lure. That'll give us a much better chance of hooking something big like a sturgeon.
What's wrong with good old worm?
Oh, worms are good for tiddlers like bluegill and rock bass, but you'd have to be real lucky to catch a sturgeon with one.
Lures it is, then. You heard the expert, Arthur. Let's bait up.
Keep the lure moving slowly on the water so it looks like a little fish just asking to be eaten.
I think that's a bite. There, hooked him. You got something biting, Arthur.
You hooked him?
Hey, look at this beauty.
There you go.
Well done, Arthur.
They can grow a lot bigger than that. Fella told me he once saw a monster lake sturgeon near the mouth of the river, just southwest of Saint Denis. 50-pounder, he reckoned.
I would like to see that. Hey, Hosea, you remember that time we sent Arthur out fishing? He came back with 3 beautiful bass.
Not this again.
I don't think I do.
Oh, yeah, you do. He was maybe 20, 21, walked in all full of himself. We had a big feast, toasted him all night.
This was 15 years ago.
Oh, I remember now.
Then, the next week, Arthur and I are at the market, and Fishmonger calls out, "So how did you enjoy those bass?"
Look, you can fish, or you can go drinking all day, rob someone, and buy some fish.
Damn it, I lost him. I used to go fishing with this feller back in the day. Wesley, his name was. Real miserable bastard, but he loved to fish. We'd go out all the time. But one day, we were river fishing when we see a funeral procession going over the bridge, and out of the blue, Wesley stands up, takes off his hat, bows his head. Then he sits down, picks his rod back up, and carries on. Doesn't say a word. So I'm a little surprised and say, "Wesley, that was nice of you." And he replies, "Well, felt I had to. After all, I was married to her for 30 years.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, dear God. I might swim to shore.
Remember those big salmon I caught in Montana last year? We had a banquet planned that night until Copper went and scoffed the lot.
You never had control of that dog.
He had some spirit, though. Never lost the puppy in him, right to the end.
You know, I remember us saying how black water was the furthest east we'd ever been. As a group, I mean.
Feels like the more we try to head west, the further east we end up.
We had all those safe spots picked out to lie low in New Austin after the ferry job.
I liked it there. Still open and wild, the way it should be. Somehow the desert makes you feel closer to the sky.
No point us trying to get back that way anytime soon. Pinkertons have patrols out all over tall trees and Great Plains. We saw when we went back for Sean.
Well, look at us now, huh? It could be worse. Plans change. That's just how life goes. Did I ever tell you my mother's buried in Blackwater?
Really? She is?
Apparently so. I only found out from an uncle of mine years later. Last I knew, she was still outside Philadelphia. I left home at 15 and didn't see her again. She and I didn't always see eye to eye.
Mierda.
I wasn't always a very obedient child.
I can only imagine.
Still, I loved her in my own way, and she me in hers. Somehow, even from the grave, she managed to have the last laugh. Arthur's got a bite.
Now reel him in, Arthur. That feels like a bite. Got one. Good job, Arthur.
Arthur's pleased with that one.
Hey, I reckon we call it a day, fellas.
Already?
You ain't been chasing down outlaws.
All right. Think we got a decent haul here. Pearson will be happy. Should we head back?
We could keep the boat not too far back to camp from here.
Good idea. Could be useful.
What about the horses?
Well, they'll find their way back.
Just follow the shore south, Arthur.
That was fun. Thank you, boys. Now, Hosea,
Yes.
how about a song?
Okay. All right, I got one for you. I asked that gal to give me some.
I asked that gal to give me some. She says wait till the taters is done. I couldn't wait till the taters was done. I couldn't wait till the taters was done. Threw her on the floor and I knocked off some. I wish to God I'd passed her by. I wish to God I'd passed her by. Taters got burned and so did I.
That was pretty good. But you know, what song we should be singing?
What?
Well, look at us. Three mariners.
Ah, of course.
Well, we three poor mariners who leak up from the seas. We spend our lives in jeopardy while others live at ease. Shall we go dance this round, around, around? Shall we go dance this round, around, around? And here is a bully boy, come pledge me on this round, We care not for martial men that do our state's disdain, but we care for the merchant men that do our state's maintain. To them we dance this round, around, around. To them we dance this round, around, around. And he that is a bully boy, come pledge me on this ground, 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 ground. Oh, bravo!
Bravo! Well, you know, we should not let the folks back in camp think that we had too. All right. I think we're gonna be okay. I know. I always know. Whenever I got you two by my side, things are gonna be just fine. This place will be good for us. For now, anyway.
I hope so.
Well, I am going to take in the view.
I'll give these fish to Pearson.
Evidentemente. Captura y devuelve a Anders. Anders es una persona de 5 minutos. Pero estamos juntos.
Arthur, how you been? I've been real worried.
What do you want?
¿Qué quieres, Uncle? No, ¿qué quieres? ¿Qué quieres?
Just
Dinero.
a few bucks and I'm short.
Get lost.
Well, I'll go try someone with a heart.
You do that.
Menos mal, digo, le tendré que dar dinero.
How are you enjoying yourself here?
Well enough, I guess. And you?
Well, it turns out the pursuit of freedom is not a cheap business. Not for us, and not for some of the locals.
Shocking already.
I prefer to call it banking.
You ain't the one handing out the beatings.
No, but I am the one feeding the women and children in the camp. What choice do we have, Mr. Morgan?
I don't know. Well, come on, then. Tell me who.
Here's the list. Refinery worker turned hunter by the name of Vinton Holmes. You'll find him up in the hills north of Strawberry. Ah, an apprentice undertaker. This one working in Rose. His name was Gwen Hughes.
And how many of them do you think will be able to pay?
With enough encouragement, both of them.
Sí, reaparece una, vale, ahí aparece una, ahí aparece otra, y aquí otra en un sitio al que no puedo ir. Aunque ya parece que aquí... Es que la comisaría, teniendo en cuenta que me buscan en la comisaría, está feo. Pero... Bueno, no sé. De momento voy a ir a la ciudad a hacer una pequeña cosita. En la cual tengo por cierto pendiente ir a Valentine, ahora me acuerdo. Para que me den un arma gratis.
Don't want any trouble. Just passing through.
You look like you might need a few smacks to set you straight. Be smart and keep dumb, okay?
Pensaba.
Time to go, boy.
Sacadores de limón. Vale, a ver. Esto es otra banda, ¿no? Compendio, bandas. 2 de 5. Ahí está, sacadores de limón. Hemos eliminado 9. Vale, los que me atracaron aquí eran de estos tíos, vale. En esta esquina, justamente en medio. Y si yo voy pegándome a tiros, siempre me persiguen a tiros y me meto en el pueblo, ¿cuánto puedo disparar? Es un Morgan. Vale. Aquí no puedo usar armas, ¿vale? En el pueblo. Aunque conozco formas de usarlas. Vale, a ver. Quería atar al caballo, pero vale. Son veteranos, como el de Valentine, ¿vale? ¿Quiere dinero? Toma un dólar, anda, toma un dólar. Es que la gente del pueblo me vea cometer buenos actos. Pues soy un ciudadano ejemplar.
This town lost its goddamn soul a long time ago. Nothing but nasty, miserable people.
Yeah?
Yeah, ever since them Greys moved here, a bunch of no-good white trash. Yeah, they somehow got rich. About 50 years ago, they moved here, caused a whole heap of trouble. Yeah, I reckon they was Yankee spies during the war and everything.
Entiendo.
Yeah, sure.
Vale. Y ahora... Hola, guapo. Hola, guapo. ¿No puedo garfiarlo? ¿Por qué no puedo garfiarlo? Ahora sí. ¿Sí, no? Vale, tengo una misión aquí de grave Leopoldo Strauss de recaudación de dinero. Sin embargo... aquí...
Mister, I've been trapped.
Why are you dressed up like that? I've seen some sick perversions in my time. This one might take the prize.
No, wait, please. You gotta help me. It's that crazy gunsmith. He made me dress up like this. He's got me chained to the goddamn bird.
Okay.
Hey, I can't have anyone wearing a mask in this shop.
I want to see what's in that basement of yours. Show me. Right now.
Nothing no worse down there, I swear.
Ya se me da de valor.
Be the judge of that. Open it now.
All right.
Vamos. Jaja, fulano. Y esa pistola no me gusta una mierda, ¿eh?
I've got my boy sleeping down there. It's such a shame to wake him.
Tu hijo no está durmiendo, gilipollas, ¿no?
You know, you could always come back after he wakes up.
You just stay away from me.
Now, what I tell you about talking to your pa that way?
Oh, thank God.
He can't see. I only do it for...
Why are you wearing that sailor suit?
That crazy maniac put me in it. He thinks I'm his kid's son. Kidnapped me, he did.
What the hell
Do I
is
look
going
like a
on
kid?
here?
He was being
Always
a
in
bad
such
little
a
boy,
rush to grow
stealing
up
candy
these
from the
days,
store
aren't they?
again. It was all
Don't
good.
shoot me, please.
Just leave us be.
No, the chains. Shoot the chains.
Oh, finally. Thank you. Oh, you
I'm sorry.
Please forgive me. I know it was wrong. I just couldn't face that he was gone. I was teaching Sammy how to hold the rifle proper out by the river.
The recoil shot him backwards.
He slipped into the river. The water pulled him downstream so quick. It all happened so fast, I didn't know what to do.
I searched up and down that riverbank for days.
But I couldn't find my boy. I just miss him so much.
A ver, lo entiendo, pero tampoco es para que secuestres a un pobre chaval.
You remind me of him. You look just like him. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
It's too late for apologies. You just count yourself lucky that I don't kill you for what you did.
Don't know what else you want from me. Take what you want. I don't care anymore.
Evidentemente no lo voy a robar. No soy esa clase de persona. Vamos a comprar el periódico, venga, a ver qué se cuentan. Perdón, me interesa un periódico. One periodic, please.
Wanna buy a paper?
A newspaper. Te las compro todos.
Next time.
No lo voy a leer ninguno, que lo sepas, Y esto es necesario, ¿no? Vale, sí. ¿Este caballo?
Gentlemen.
Gentleman. Oh, gentleman. Aquí no hay una visión de este hombre. Aquí. Vale. ¿Dónde está el caballo? No sé, puede ser. Vamos a ver. Esta es la oficina de sheriff, creo, ¿no?
Of course. Oh, and here is my dear friend, Arthur Callahan. Boy is a hunter. Boy is a killer. Arthur, you've met but not been introduced to Mr. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sheriff Gray.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
Tough business you boys had.
We did?
Well, there's no need to pretend with me, sir. Life can be tough.
So it can.
And no man owes another anything.
No, sir.
But still, I feel you were hard done by. Losing your employment like that. But still, here in Rhodes, we have work enough for honest men.
Ah, that's some strong stuff. Still, don't seem to be doing you any harm.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Excuse me a moment.
I told you we was moving up in this world. Deputies.
You have found an
Amongst these drunkards, hillbillies, and slavers,
Good, honest thieves like us. We're bound to be moralizers in a place like this. Oh, Sheriff Gray, you are back.
Now listen, sir. There is shine in them woods, though, and it is costing this county its good name, and the state a whole lot of income. You boys wouldn't mind rooting it out. Maybe we'll make you permanent. I gotta set me down a second.
Not a problem, sir.
Okay.
Not a problem at all. You are in safe hands now. And people waste time with the temperance movement. Liquor never dulled a good man's senses. Arthur, you ride with the deputy. Bill and I will follow.
Climb on up. Let's go.
Don't keep Archibald waiting.
Okay.
Archibald?
How are you?
Pretty good.
And your friend is behaving himself?
Oh, yes. I think he's learned his lesson.
Congratulations on becoming a temporarily deputized citizen of Scarlet Meadows County. Most towns just get bounty hunters to do their dirty work these days, but Sheriff Gray believes the law should keep the law. Now, I'm sure I don't need to remind you, there's a chain of command here.
There is?
Dang straight there is. This is a dangerous business, but follow my lead and you'll be just fine.
Sure. Hey! Archibald wants to remind us he's in charge here.
Of course.
Who else would be?
But you were a big help with them Anderson boys, and I put in a very good word with the sheriff on your behalf.
We appreciate that.
We rounded up the others soon
Vale,
after.
hay un perista aquí, eso va a venir muy bien.
Myself, but that's by the by.
So, these moonshiners.
Not just any moonshiners, Braithwaites. I told you
Vale, lo que quiero es comprobar si todos los peristas me dan lo mismo. En plan, si el perista... Claro, pero ¿dónde está? El otro está en Emerald, ¿no? En Emerald Notch. Okay. Si me dan lo mismo y vale, cualquier perista ya puede hacer la lista de animales que cazar, ¿ya? La del campamento la podría ir haciendo ya. En el campamento no me van a hacer más cosas.
Quick as we destroy one, another one pops up. You could call it a pitiful fall from grace, if they had any grace to start with.
I have no time for tax dodgers.
Not to mention the fact that Catherine Braithwaite has a rather expensive interest in thoroughbred horses to maintain.
But I heard something about it being gold these families were fighting over.
Well, that's the rumor. But the Grays and the Braithwaites think the others stole a fortune from them. But it happened so long ago, I don't know for sure if it's true.
Must be tough being rich, huh?
So I imagine.
That badge rather suits you, Mr. W.
Yes. I thought so too.
Does it feel good to be back at it? Serving your country?
I wouldn't go that far.
Uy, cadáveres a la derecha, ¿eh?
Whoa! Hold up. You see that wagon?
These damn flies. I swear they got it in for me.
You could try washing once in a while.
That don't look good. Oh. Come on, mister. Keep your eyes open. No. This must have happened recently. Hey, come have a look at this. Look, suit and tie, one bullet clean through the forehead. Well, my money says this is the handiwork of a gang called the Lemoyne Raiders.
Yeah, I've run into them.
Sí, efectivamente.
Let's see if we've got any identification. Okay. We should get going.
Sí, mejor no podemos aquí.
I'll send someone over here later to clean this up.
¿Puedo subir mi caballo mejor? No, no, tengo que subir al carro. Cago en la puta. No sé si subir al puto carro. Tiene mi caballo, tío. Ah. Vale.
I'll direct you. Okay. Frederick Mitchell, Lemoyne State Legislator. Poor feller. Yes, this certainly smacks of the Raiders to me. Bunch of ex-Army Free Staters without an ounce of respect for the law. That's 7 government officials they've murdered this year alone.
Bueno, yo he matado más en la última semana, pero...
Yep. Not the nicest fellas in my experience.
Oh, and I know the Braithwaites are in business with them. No shame. Trash begets trash, my Uncle Reginald used to say. They're right again here. He had a few stories, let me tell you. Town preacher and town sheriff. Could drink a sailor under the table before breakfast. He had one tiny hand, like a child's, on the end of a grown man's arm. But anyway, this tells you what kind of people the Braithwaites are. Selling moonshine to murderers. I tell folks don't even speak to him. Don't even look him in the eye. Here we are. So what was I saying?
Something about the Braithwaites, I think.
A ver, porque el que me han dado ahora... Me cago en el puto caballo, tío. Mira la escopeta. Sí, 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 con vida. Sí, 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 puedo coger más por si acaso.
See? See? What did I tell you, boys? What did I say? I said this place was crawling with vermin, and we just found ourselves the rat's nest par excellence, as they say in Paris. My aunt, she went to Paris back in '78.
How will you handle this?
Well, the way I see...
Actually, let my friend here decide. He doesn't have your fine way with words, but he is definitely the man for the job.
Let's split up. Arthur and Bill, me and Archibald. You boys want right or left?
We'll take the left.
Let's stop these filthy, degenerate tax dodgers. Let's give them a fine idea, Arthur.
Remember what he said. We need them alive. Let's just knock them out and tie them up.
Got it, Deputy Williamson.
One by the bridge over there.
Todo tuyo, cabrón.
Think you take this one, Bill?
With pleasure.
think that's it.
Well, what do we do now?
We better destroy all this. Any of your boys can handle explosives?
Sure. Anyone but him.
Oh,
So,
you think you're real funny, don't you?
tell me about the...
That is the last time I'll mention it, I swear.
Corre, 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 corre.
Arthur, we got some trouble here!
Kill you, honest.
Mierda.
Give me a hand with these bastards! Look out, we got more coming up! Christ alive! Got some grease on that one. When you get to hell, you tell them the Raiders sent you knocking. There are more by those huts. Let's clear them out. I'm gonna kill every one of them bastards. It's a real fun now, boy. Why don't you save some of them bullets? I don't see any more. Do you?
No,
Let's find Dutch and get out of here.
fine by me.
Tenemos un núcleo de energía. Bueno, creo que más que comer me renta dormir ahora, la verdad. Sinceramente.
Well done! Well, forgive me, but me and my men must return to our lives. Ah, seems like we failed to destroy the last of the moonshine.
Sure.
Would you like us to?
Well, I normally take it. For personal consumption, it's sort of part of the job. But I better get back home. Why don't I just take a jug or two and leave you boys the rest to show that there's no hard feelings on account of the war?
We are all Americans.
Of course. My cousin, Webster, he used to say some of us is not as American as others, if you know what I mean. Only I didn't quite. Come on, you degenerate, no-good, white trash, hillbilly piece of scum. I know you, Billy Lime.
Finally.
You've always been a piece of crap. Come on, move it.
We have a life
Move
on a land so stupid, a backwater so backwards that even we are like geniuses. Bill, get this stuff out of here! Come on. you ride with me.
Okay.
Should I stash this somewhere near camp, boss?
Yes, show it to Hosea. I'm sure he can find a use for it. Bit of trouble back there, Arthur?
Ain't there always? From what they was yelling, I think they were the buyers.
Old Archibald didn't ask too many questions, so neither should we.
I ain't planning to.
That was worth the effort, though. Deputized and hiding in plain sight. These lawmen, these two families. I mean, I really think we can play this from all sides. It's got Hosea written all over it.
This is starting to sound like the Young Dutch again.
What do you mean, Young Dutch? I'm as strong as I have ever been. Hey, you know what? Why don't I race you back?
Porque te ganaría, gilipollas. Venga.
Okay, you're on. That's the spirit. Okay. On my word. Set, go.
Venga, gilipollas. ¿Qué? ¿Qué vas a hacer? ¿Que ya me rebufo? Venga, anda, tonto. Te voy a ganar. Aunque tenga que dopar a mi caballo hasta que si le pite el corazón, tío, de la sobredosis. Pero es que, vamos, no me ganas ni de coña. Madre mía, atravesando por el pueblo. Qué maniobras. Le he dejado tú atrás, chaval. ¿Qué ha pasado, Dad? ¿Qué ha pasado?
I never knew you were quite so good at running away, Arthur.
I never knew age had slowed you down quite so much.
Well, time is a bastard. When you get to be my age, well, you'll know that better than anything. Be well. I had fun with you today. I was gonna say you're like a son to me. But you're more than that.
No, no. Momento XD. No mames. No, a ver, seguro que el tiempo. Ya me ha fallado el tiempo. Me ha tratado. Mira, no sé decir la cabeza. Vale, bueno. Si sufre ningún daño. Si sufre ningún daño, esta misión, bueno. En fin. Omitiremos. Tengo $5 en el campamento. Yo tengo 400 encima. Podría hacer una generosa donación, la verdad. Por supuesto no lo voy a hacer, pero podría hacerlo, digo. ¿Por qué voy a examinar el qué? ¿El corte sobre qué? Gilipollas. Gilipollas. Vamos a dormir 19 horitas. Hora de pegarse la buena descansada. Buenos días por la mañana. Hombre. Ahora sí nos entendemos. ¿De quién es? ¿De Charles? De Sean. Un robo de Sean. No me deja ver la descripción. ¿Ese ve Molly? Ok. Pues de putis mother esto.
Yeah.
So, tell me, is your people, Jacobites or English lovers, Arthur?
My people were peasants. We had no time for politics.
My dad would say that no politics was politics.
That old world bullshit, it ain't got no place here.
Why? Because there ain't no judgment here. Most folks hate the Negroes, they hate the Redskins, the Jews, even us Irish. You ain't so free of politics.
I hate everyone just the same.
Well, in that case, you're gonna want what I just found for us.
What's that?
I was riding around a couple of days back. I come across this old cabin. A couple of fuckers lazing about outside all liquored up. Really took nothing of it. Then I come across this hunter down by the river. He tells me they're a stick-up crew. Says they hit a train a couple of days back near Emerald Ranch. Nice fella he was, shared a bottle we did. Then I robbed the bastard blind.
And you believed him?
No reason not to. If he's right, it'll be a big haul for us. I saw 3 of them, maybe more, but I reckon you and me, we could take them real easy.
All right. What the hell? Let's go check it out.
Venga.
Damn sons of bitches, think they're mean? They're about to get a lesson in mean.
You just keep your cool, you hear me?
Ok. Qué gusto poder tener el caballo al lado de la... Aquí. Al lado de aquí. ¿Puedo saltar esto aquí? No. ¿Aquí? Debería estar a tope de todo, correcto. Tema comida. Debería preocuparme. Igual está muy delgado mi personaje, ¿eh? Que hace mucho que no como, creo. Inferior a lo debido. Sí, debería comer. Vale. Comer pan. Qué galletas.
Watch it. It's a bit of a ride, not too bad. Back up north of Stred. Not far from the state line.
All right. So, what were you doing riding around up there anyway?
Vamos a ver ahora. Inferior al debido aún.
Wait. Sniffing around, looking for a take. I got a long nose for these things. Dutch is always honored us.
Fíjate, por aquí no tenía yo un... Esto.
Get out there and bring in money, ain't he?
And rightly so.
I ain't like some of them others back there, sitting around waiting to be told. I go after it.
I see you sitting around plenty.
I mean, I don't need no coddling like the rest. Dutch knows my value to the cause, as from the moment I met him.
You tried to kill him, if I remember the story right.
And he kept me around, didn't he? He saw something in me. He said as much.
I'm sure. Dutch is good at seeing things in people. And while we're talking about money, you are clear on how this works? We split half, other half goes to the gang. Dutch keeps all our savings hidden in a safe spot outside camp.
Yeah, I know. How many times you have to tell me? What's that box by his tent for then?
Camp funds, supplies and the like. In fact, you don't know that suggests you clearly ain't put much in it.
I always pay me way, don't you worry.
Sí, lo que tú quieras, pero hace falta dinero.
You're sure you scoped this place out right?
Yes, see? That's why I wanted you along for this. You're still a doubter. I ain't just some dumb kid. I've lived a lifetime of shit already.
And you sure don't keep it bottled up inside.
What about that train job with the oil wagon? Made a good show in there, didn't I?
You got knocked out.
Ah, that's what you choose to remember. We got paid. We got out of there.
Got knocked out in Blackwater, too, didn't you?
Now, that was bloody chaos.
Did you get split off with Mac?
Easy. Nope, didn't see him. I lost your boys at some point when he was getting out of town.
They caught up with Mac a couple of days after.
Morgan.
Davey was finished by the time we got up the mountains. Jenny didn't even make it that far.
Those bounty hunters strung me up, beat me, pulled teeth, burned me feet. I didn't breathe a word about nothing, I swear.
Good.
And it's time folks stop giving Dutch a hard time about all that Blackwater business, if you ask me. The man's not a fortune teller. You can plan, you can use your head, but you never really know what you're walking into.
No sé si estoy de acuerdo con eso, la verdad.
Folks always want to blame someone when things go wrong.
Bueno, nadie asume nunca la culpa. Me cago en todo.
Hard left coming up.
¿Left? ¿Left? ¿Por left? Pues go left. Ahora también un camino. Yo te sigo. Por ese camino de la derecha, imagino, ¿no? Es como otra vez. Y sigue el camino, ¿sabes? Ah, no, ahora se mete por aquí, ¿no? Ah, amigo, eso que se ve ahí es el puto cepillo, tío.
Here, I will deal with them. Let's make sure we keep one of them alive to tell us where they stashed the money.
Hope you know what you're doing.
Ay, son. Si es que no te fíes de un irlandés, menos de un pelirrojo, Arthur. Que no la lía, este hombre no la lía, ya verás. En plan, no mala, no en plan, vas una emboscada, pero... Cosas donde metes, crack.
Look, there's one of them outside. This is good.
Pero esto es... Ah, vale.
I'll do the talking, you hang back.
Vale, tío. Tú mandas. ¿Sabes? Ahora tú eres el puto grabando o cómo.
Hey there! Whoa! I'm gonna give you and your daddy about 5 seconds to get the
Su
hell out
padre.
of my property, boy.
¿Me hemos abierto?
Look, we don't want no trouble. We just thought you might like to know we passed a big posse of lawmen headed this way. About a dozen of them, coming up east.
What? Where?
Right here. Heads up, Arthur.
¿Pero
Here
qué?
come the rest of them. Watch it. They're coming out.
¿Pero qué has hecho? ¿A qué ha venido eso? ¡Gilipollas! Ya me lo ha liado el puto son. Es que es tonto.
Left of the house. You're the only one left. Give it up now.
Okay, I give up. Don't shoot. I ain't armed.
Es verdad, no
If
va
you
mal.
want to leave, you'll tell me where that money's stashed.
Well, all right, take it easy. But I know the wall in the bedrooms if you stick your hand between the gap.
All right, you go grab the money. I'll keep an eye on Sunshine here. You know what? Just get the hell out of here and don't look back.
Sí, lo que tú quieras, pero... Aquí hay algo que pinta muy bien. Que es, amigo mío, un revólver nuevo.
So, here we are.
De doble acción, o sea, una puta basura, pero... Bueno, el que tengo ahí que es un Cattleman. Vale, lo primero que... Ah, billetes.
Why don't you see what else you can find, Sean?
¿Qué ha dicho? En la habitación de debajo de madera, o sea, aquí, ¿no? Arrancar la tabla.
This is more like it. Good work.
Hey, what about my car? I found a place, didn't I?
All right, here. But don't forget to give the camp its share. Supplies don't appear by magic, you know.
All right, don't need the lecture again. See you back at camp.
Y ya está.
Never know what folks got stashed. There's gotta be other places out there like this.
Amigo mío, esto ya me gusta más aún. con el tío que había ahí, ¿qué pasa? ¿Se ha pirado? Vale, hemos dejado que se vaya. Depende de quién me la gente de la ley. Parece que no. Vamos por aquí, hay una cosa. Hay una persona desconocida. Ya las personas desconocidas me gusta conocerlas.
Oh, this is a pretty pickle. What the devil are you looking at?
I'm sorry?
No, I'm sorry. I'm ruined. Ruined!
How so?
It's a disaster. Who wants to see a woman wrangle wild animals who doesn't have any bloody wild animals? Come to America, they said. Come to the land of opportunity, they said. Sod you, Daddy, I said. I'm going to America to make it on the stage. I didn't want to be in the army. Ooh. Now look at me. The old git will have a field day.
I didn't really understand any of that.
I had an act. The bravest woman in the world. The animal wrangler. Watch her tame wild beasts.
And you were the woman?
Of course I was the bloody woman. Look at me. It's the stage. Grease paint. Tears. No one wants to see a man wrangling wild animals. And no one wants to see a woman wrangling nothing. Can I borrow your gun? I want to shoot myself. You see, I'm buggered.
Why?
My animals. They escaped. And now I'm buggered.
What escaped?
A priceless Ranjaniki tiger from the slopes of the Hindu Heights. A fantastic, elusive zebra from the plains of Ongo Bongo by the shores of the Limpopo. And a magnificent lion from the grasslands of Tanganyika.
Yeah, I see your problem. They're pretty hard to come by around here.
Listen, friend. Help a fellow out, would you? I'm beyond desperate. If you see any of them, will you bring them back here?
If I see a tiger or a lion or a zebra roaming around.
Exactly. If, well, I believe the zebra's up near Leonard Sod. Distinctive creature that he is. I'll make it worth your while.
All right, madam.
It's bloody Margaret, not madam. Margaret. Miss...
¿A todos?
Just some fucking danger.
Yep.
Los caíras. Voy a estornudar otra vez. Como en la puta. No, como ayer. Un momento. Mierda, con el francotirador. Esto luego lo llevo al pueblo y lo vendo en el pueblo. Para conseguir dinerito. Me queda muy bien el dinero. Vale, vamos a llevar este en la mano. Que es lo que me permite cazar animales bien cazados. Al menos debería. Vale, a menos que sean ese animal de ahí. Un ganso. Mi ganso. Vale, estoy buscando una cebra, tío. Hostia, no, dinamita no. Creo que la cebra mejor con el lazo, con la dinamita. ¿Eso qué es? Son coyotes, creo, ¿no? Sí.
Look here. What they done to you? Come here. Whoa.
A ver. Yo no soy quien para juzgar, pero... Cebra...
These drugs better not rub off on my pants.
O sea, es una mula pintada, tío. Es que no es una cebra. Vaya cabronazo, el... En plan... es un estafador. Es una como un gorrino, tío. Teniendo un orgasmo. Literalmente un pony, lo cuchillas es una así. Hostia, y se cansa la cebra todo rápido. No tiene energía casi. Cuidado, casi aplasto un conejo. Una liebre. Me recuerda a la peli de los Robinsones en los mares del sur. Donde montan en la cebra, en el avestruz, en el elefante. En esa película. Caballero. Ah, pues el carro de pie.
Good grief! You found him! Our zebra!
Well, you can call him that. Although he's as much a zebra as you are a lady animal wrangler.
Oh dear, you're missing the point, aren't you? It's an illusion. A trick of the eye to bamboozle the senses. Confound comprehension.
Hoodwink your audience?
Hoodwink? Our audiences? Dear boy, don't be so dreadfully literal. No one will pay for the truth. They only pay for deception. The allure of the stage. Dreams and reality. Ah. What is the greater conjuring trick? Lassoing some poor beast on the plains of mumbo-jumbo land and shipping it here.
Hombre, tú pagas por ver una cosa y si lo ves, aunque no sea lo de verdad, en plan, si tú estás viendo... Si tú ves eso y me dices, hostia, una cebra, pues una cebra, ¿sabes?
Into something extraordinary. It's the difference between prose and poetry. It's alchemy. We're selling dreams, dear boy.
Well, as long as you don't pay me.
Pues se queda a gusto la cebra.
Yes. Well, it's not everyone's cup of tea.
And speaking of my payment.
Of course. I shall make it worth your while. But, first, we shall need the whole menagerie back before we can think about that. My assistant's gone for the tiger.
Tiger?
Yes. And taken our remaining lion in case it could lend a paw. They're down there on Caliga Way. Please, I hate to ask.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Just down on Caliga Way, old boy. Won't be able to miss them.
No sé cómo aquí no piden nada, ni oro ni pollas, ¿no? Vale, la siguiente imagino que es la del león o la de... no sé qué otra cosa he dicho que tenía. Un tigre, vale, un tigre. Un tigre, el león y bla, bla, bla. Vale. Vale, aún así, pues nada, historia...